Mohammad Ali Shah, the trolls and the kinds of tweets that are put out have a lot to do with religion. Now, this is happening on the both sides of the border. We saw this happen to Muhammad Shami. We're also seeing Hassan Ali being attacked for being a Shia Muslim and also having an Indian wife, so to speak. Those are the kinds of tweets. That is the level of discourse, if I may use that word. This whole linking of religion and game, how do you understand it?
You know, Gauri, when you have a leadership in Pakistan with the interior minister such as Sheikh Rashid Ahmed, who was a railway minister until 2019, February, who made a comments, remarks when the Pulwama attacks took place, and Imran Khan came forward saying that, no, Pakistan is not involved in this, and Sheikh Rashid Ahmed took the lead. And he said, even now, even this time, when Pakistan won against India by 10 wickets, he said it's a victory of the entire Islam. I mean, is it a defeat of Islam? Is it a defeat of Islam that Pakistan lost to Australia yesterday by 5 wickets? When you have leadership like that in a country like Pakistan, what do you expect the others to do? So it's most ridiculous. Goes against the ethos of any sportsman spirit when you have people coming down and trolling them. When those players do well, people over there say, in any country for that matter, they say, oh, we are very proud of so-and-so. He is our man. But mistakes can happen anytime. It's not that purposely he dropped the catch. It is the fact that, you know, and those people who are trolling, the keypad players, ask Robin over here, he'll tell you, ask them to enter the field and then play. They would know, people like Robin over here, they would know how difficult it is, what pressure, what psychological pressure you would be undergoing.
Right.
And when they treat it like a war.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
All right. All right, Mohammad Ali Shah. Mohammad Ali Shah, there's also the question of what Robin just talked about, the question of the spouses or the partners being dragged into the conversation. We saw that happen with Virat Kohli. We saw that happen with Sania Mirza very, very recently. In that sense, where do we draw the line? Because even though somebody can be a public figure, their families are not public figures necessarily, or even if they are, it's not their responsibility as to what they do on the field.
I don't think.
Sorry.
Mohammad Ali Shah, please.
Right. Gauri, I think it's a very good thing that the person who was trolling Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma's 9-month-old baby, the IITian from Hyderabad, he's been caught and he's been brought to the book. I mean, firstly, he shouldn't have indulged in that. Now, that sets an example that if we dare to do such trolling or such bullying online, we would be brought to the book. Secondly, where do we draw the line? Well, it is really unethical, illegal, immoral to troll anybody for that matter online, especially on such cheap, ridiculous, religious ground, in fact. You know, that's exactly what I'm saying. Before the match, like especially India-Pakistan match, at that time, we all know what the tension between India and Pakistan at the border were. So the emotional stress and the psychological stress playing on the player's mind at that time, it could have been unimaginable. It could have been totally unimaginable. And when, like for example, I'll equate it to a small example over here. Gauri, let's take 30 seconds. You know, I am from the army and I've seen enough action at the border. Now, when we have keypad warriors shouting war, war, who know nothing about war, it's like a joke on Facebook where a child is hiding under a table and the mother says, Beta, the army has come to recruit you. After seeing your bravery on Facebook. Similarly, I challenge any of these trollers to go down to the field and play cricket over there in the stadium with the stress and how the players are actually playing for their country. They are trying to win laurels for their country. They should be only encouraged and not trolls. And these kind of trolls, I think the cyber cell should be more alert, and they are alert, thankfully, in catching them and bring them to the book, Gauri.
Right. Mohammad Ali Shah, last question to you. How political is it, and how just, you know, generic trolling is it? How would you classify it if those were the two categories in front of you?
Right, Gauri, very good question. And you know, as Mr. Gautam Mukherjee rightly pointed out just now, that most of the trolls on Mohammad Shamim were all from the Pakistan side actually, who were projecting themselves that that Indians are trolling him. But that's not the case. And in fact, also, on the other hand, when they use bots, But when we have an IITian being caught, it sends a message that, "Arey bhai, an IITian has been caught. What are you? You're not that tech savvy. You can use bots, you can use any technology. Ultimately, truth will find its way." And secondly, I would say in Pakistan, a country where there is, in a way, military rule in a way. Now, when they do not know how to respect their own soldiers, in 1999, the soldiers who were killed in Kargil, they refused to recognize them. Now, how will they have respect for their sportsmen? So a country like that, which I don't mean to spread hatred, I only talk peace. But they have proved it by example, by actually laying a very, very good example over there, and rather a bad example, I would say, by disrespecting their soldiers, by the sportsmen, people who win for laurel for their country, people who fight for their country, who give their heart, blood, sweat, who toil for their country, for the motherland. Those are people who are not being respected in Pakistan, which is not the case in India, in fact, for that matter, Gauri.
All right. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us for this very interesting discussion.